Hello everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into one of those video topics that I've hibernated in my mind for years. I've been wanting to do it, but then I've either forgotten or gotten distracted by something else. Like if you can relate. So I wanted to hear Pyra's moves. But a couple of things first. I generally think she doesn't have any outright bad moves. They're all useful in their own way, even if you can't see it immediately. None of the moves are horrendous enough for me to have a bottom tier, if you catch my drift. I'll try my best to timestamp each move so you can jump around to the ones you want to see. And lastly, remember that this ranking is just my opinion, based on my own experiences and knowledge. If you disagree with what I have to say, that's completely fine, also expected. I'm all for discussions and whatnot. But if you start hurling insults and such, I will nuke you from orbit. You have been warned. Also, there goes the script. I don't have the attention span to write an entry for every single move, so I'm gonna wing it. Enjoy. Alright then, so let's tier all these moves, shall we? So I want to talk about Jab. Jab is insane. It's actually, I wouldn't say it's the best move, but I want to point out that Pyra's Jab is like frame 3. It's really quick. And why this is a big deal is because a lot of sword characters have slower jabs to compensate for their range, right? So a lot of jabs will be frame 4 at best, and then frame 5 or frame 6, right? But Pyra, for some reason, has a frame 3 jab, and that allows her to win out some boxing scenarios, and also just having a boxing option up close, because it's frame 3. It's very quick. I just wanted to put that out there. I think it's really good for that reason. Before now, they haven't really given us a sword character that has a fast jab. And Pyra is one of them. Mythra's is way, like, it's one frame faster, of course. But I think that is a significant deal. It's very significant. But also, it's a kill move. It kills kills at the ledge at like 100 something, which is really, really good. Again, jab is something you can use to catch regular get up, right? Which makes it really nice for that. Like, you're just standing here and you're dead. Like, that's great. Like, I can't state enough how good that is, right? That's one of the things that makes it really nice. Like, listen, having a frame 3 kill option at the ledge is really good. It's really, really good. Hopefully I don't need to explain why that's good. Now, secondly, the rapid jab version also just does a ton of damage, right? Like, you'll do like 20 damage minimum, right? That is just incredibly good. And if you're standing like near a ledge like this, you get like a couple more %, and it's just nice. And then, yeah, fun stuff like that happens. So, yeah, no, I think for those reasons, Pyra's jab is going to go into the S tier for me. Again, having a fast jab that also kills, also does a lot of damage, and it's just, yeah, it's really quick. For me, in my eyes, puts it in like S tier for her. Like, I can't stress enough how nice it is for Pyra specifically to have a really fast ground move that does a lot of things for her. So yeah, I hope that made sense, but that's why I'm gonna put it into the S tier. I think it's good enough to be there. Like, it might not be an S tier for like other characters if they had a similar jab, but I think for Pyra it does a lot. It does a lot for her. Now, I'm gonna move on to forward tilts, the second move I have in the S tier. And I've yapped about forward tilt so much over the years, like so much. It just does so much for Pyra that I don't even know if I can like explain it properly. But like, the reason why I think, hold on a second, I'm gonna get my second controller. So the reason I think it's in the top tier moves. First of all, the range is insane. The range is crazy good. Like that is like obvious. It's really, really big. But also, I'm doing as a guy. I hate this menu, by the way. There we go. I found it finally. Now, the reason why F-tilt is so amazing on Pyra is because it's safe on shield. Like, when it's well spaced, it's -9, and again, the range and shield pushback is so crazy that it's impossible to punish for a lot of characters. And because of that, forward tilt becomes like a really good move to use in neutral, because if you hit a shield, it's fine. You chip their shield and they can't really punish you. So for Pyra, I think forward tilt becomes like one of those moves to use in neutral a lot, because you just want to poke. And the vertical range on this move is also quite high, so you can in fact hit like that. You see that line going through the platform? That's not fake. If people are shielding on the platform, you can hit them. But yeah, like, the horizontal range is very good. The vertical range is also very good. And for being I was gonna say for being on Pyra, but like, I feel like it's not actually one of Pyra's strongest moves in terms of kill power, but near the ledge, it kills relatively early. And again, what's nice about that is that if you stand at... Oops, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Just get used to it. It's going to happen a lot in this video. But if you stand at roll distance and you catch the regular get up, they also die. Like, that's reactable. You can just throw it out. Like, again, it's just really nice for that. Might just be one of those reoccurring things, but it's just really good for that. But yeah, like, my point is, like, it's a really good neutral tool for her, and yeah, I know that Pyra and neutral doesn't go hand in hand for a lot of people, but it does for me and a lot of other people who play this character. And if you can play neutral, if you're able to play neutral as Pyra, that's just good. It's just good. Like, that's something that's a skill I feel like a lot of people need to learn at some point. But like, forward tilt is one of those cornerstones of Pyra neutral that I think is very important. And the shield safety just makes it so that people can shield it and you can't get punished. And because you can't get punished, that means you can bait out other people doing things. So, just a moment. I shouldn't really have picked Battlefield for this, but just bear with me. Like, if Lucina wanted to do anything out of shield, she's not really going to be able to. Which means that one of those things you can do with Pyra forward tilt is hit their shield, and then you can do something defensive. Like, you can... Sorry, I am scatterbrained. What I meant to do. Like, you can hit their shield, and then you can shield right after them. And then if they try to do an aerial out of shield or something, they hit your shield, and then you can essentially punish them for trying to punish you. Like, it's a whole mind game thingamajig that comes from forward tilt being this way. And this is not the last time I'll talk about this concept. So just, yeah, keep that in mind. It opens up for a lot of things. Because it is unpunishable on shield, and if people don't know that, they'll try to punish you. And then they can't do anything. So you can just punish them. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's very good. It's an S tier. It's, frankly, it might just be my, like, favorite Pyra move. It's just so good. Also, another point for F-tilt being so good is that it's a safe move on shield on the ground for a sword character. Like, I can't stress enough how good that is. It's just insanely good. It's incredibly good. A lot of sword characters will have to resort to using aerials to be safe on shield, but Pyra is not one of them. In fact, Pyra's forward tilt is just as safe as her aerials are. Or, frankly, probably safer because of the range. When it's well spaced, like, nobody's punishing that. They're not. They're literally not. Unless you parry, but that's a different story. So, like, frankly, I'm not sure if it's going to be on the top, on the very top, but I definitely want to put it in S tier. Like, it's just such an amazing move. Again, I can't stress enough just how good it is to have a safe move on shield on the ground as a sword character. Not a lot of them do. A lot of jabs are unsafe, a lot of F tilts are unsafe, a lot of down tilts are unsafe, but not for Pyra, and that's something that differentiates her from other swordies in my opinion, because the only down tilt you have on sword characters that are like safe are like Chrom and Roy, I think, have down tilt that is like pretty safe on shield, and Mark Lucina also, but other than that, you don't really have a lot. So yeah, that's my spiel for 4 tilts. Thanks for coming. Now, down tilt is the next move I want to talk about in this list. And down tilt, unsurprisingly, is going to be having brownie points for a lot of the same reasons that F tilt is. Because down tilt is -9 on shield. When it's spaced well, it's -9 on shield. And like, you are probably not punishing that out of shield unless you have like really fast out of shield game. Like Lucina would be able to forward air this out of shield, because I think it's frame 6, right? And with jump squat, that's just a moment. I'm pretty sure. I do have a lot of my frame data memorized, unfortunately, but I just want to double check. Yeah, forward air. Yeah, like Lucina specifically would have been able to punish that, but anyway, let me get back on track. So, what's nice about this also is that because down tilt also low profiles, and if you decide to like shield out of down tilt, then the low profile will just transition into the shield and it will be fine. But yeah, like down tilting people's shields can make it so that you can avoid their moves anyway out of shield because you are low profiling. So like, it's very good for that. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Like, it's surprisingly good on shield in a lot of matchups, provided you know your frame data. So just keep that in mind. Of course, down tilt is Pyra's primary combo tool. Like a lot of other sword characters, you just down tilt into imagination, but it's usually like down tilt forward air, down tilt up air, down tilt neutral air, stuff like that. It's just good for that. And of course, you also have down tilt up air as a kill confirm on like around like 80-90%, 80 to 100, I want to say. Like, it depends on a lot of things. I just want to show you. Yeah. Like, it's usually, I want to say, depending on character weight, it's usually between 80 and 100, maybe 110 sometimes on really heavy characters. But it's like, it's really nice and reliable kill confirm that Pyra has. And it's just nice. Also, you start from the ground, which is nice, because then you don't have to jump for it. You can down tilt for it, which is, again, like, having certain things on the ground while also having them in the air, like having the option to have kill confirms on the ground and in the air is just huge. And I just want to stress that once again. But yeah, no, down tilt is probably one of Pyra's best moves again. Like, we're talking about the S tier here. Down tilt does a lot for you, and it's also one of those moves that my brain farted just now. I hope you don't mind. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. I think this is going to be a reoccurring thing in the video, because that just happens for me a lot, unfortunately. Funny brain. But I know, down tilt, extremely good. It's not as safe on shield as forward tilt is, but it's safe on shield enough in a lot of matchups that you can actually make use of it, because of the low profiling and stuff like that. And then of course you have the combos, you have the kill confirms, you have so many things. It's one of those things that really enables Pyra to do a lot of things. I also want to mention, it's a bit hard to pull off, I want to say. But like, you can in fact like do ladders with Pyra to some extent. Like, just combining two like down tilt, up air, like already puts the opponent in such a bad spot, you know? That, something like that, yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But yeah. That is down tilt. Down tilt, I think, just one of the incredibly good moves. Like, you can't really go wrong with having a down tilt like this, and Pyra's is like one of the best ones for sure. So, the next move in the S tier is up air, and up air is like unanimously just one of those swordy aerials that are always insanely good. Like, always. Like, this sword arc thing is always just insane. And I already would have mentioned that for Pyra you can short up up air and then fast fall, and you won't get landing lag. Like, that's important. You need to be able to like use that to your advantage always. And it's also what makes it so insanely good, because it auto cancels so freaking fast that it makes it. It's one of those things that makes it possible for her to like do up air ladders and stuff, which we'll get into in like a minute. But up air is one of those moves that are just, I think, I want to say up air is like that one move that is so safe on shield for Pyra that you can actually abuse it against a lot of characters. Like, it's -4 on shield. Like, a lot of characters aren't doing anything about that. And like, the only one that is actually like, the only one that is truly punishing that out of shield is Game & Watch, with his frame 3 up air. Or up air, not up air, up B, sorry. But like, most of the cast can't do anything about it, like, at all. Which makes it so that you, once again, as I talked about with up to 4 tilt, conditioning people, or 4 tilt baiting people into trying to punish you when they can't, up air is a really prime example of a move that you just can't punish unless you parry. And if people try to punish you when you do a landing up air, you can shield, you can spot dodge, you can immediately jump again, you can crouch. It's so safe on shield that it gives you a lot of options to how you can deal with your opponent trying to hit you for it. It's essentially what I'm trying to say. And therefore, it's like one of those moves you kind of want to use in neutral to like jump over the opponent and cross them up, or yeah, just doing like retreating up airs like this, because you can delay it a bit and still have like no landing lag, so it's good for that. So yeah, it's just crazy good. And of course, it's because it has like so little landing lag, it combos into itself, and it's just really, really amazing. And of course, like, it is one of those really, really good combo starters too, if you can manage to hit it. Like, it does a lot of good things for her. Sorry, I'm trying to talk while doing things. Yeah, I'm not setting a good example right now, but hopefully you do get like the gist of what I'm trying to say. Like, there we go. Yeah, like, it's just really good. It's swordy up air on crack, I think. It's kind of crazy how good this move actually is. And it just enables Pyra to do a lot of things, including baiting the opponent doing something out of shield when they realistically can't punish her for hitting that move on shield, you know? It's really good for baiting people into doing things. And of course, it just takes a lot of space. It's obviously really good for juggling and all that stuff. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy good, and it's a lot of people say Pyra, like a lot of people say that down air is Pyra's best aerial, but I think it's up air, and that's why up air is in S tier and down air isn't. Spoiler, by the way. Down air is not in S tier for me. I'll talk about that when we get there. But yes, up air is just crazy good. One of the best moves for sure. Now, the last move I have in my S tier is up tilt. And up tilt is really, really good. I know, crazy. No, but I've talked about up tilt in previous videos before. It's a sword swipe that starts from behind and goes in front. And the back hitbox isn't like as reliable as it seems. Like, it starts really low. But like, it doesn't actually hit that low. Like, it's kind of deceptive in that way. So I just want to have that out of the way so you know. But I know, up tilt isn't a crazy anti-air thing. If your opponent is trying to land on you, it's because I know I just stopped doing this, but like as you can see, Pyra crouches down really far in that single frame. Like, she just, yeah. So because she crouches down so far, like this, before she does up tilt, it just makes it an even better anti-air move. And this little crouch she does at the start of the move also lets her low profile moves out of shield, which is why you'll often see people do the classic of back air up tilt like this, because a back air pancakes quite a bit. So that just extends your what is it called? Extends your low profile. But I know it's a really good anti-air move. It covers like majority of the platform. Like, regardless of where your opponent lands or what tech option they pick, you can always almost always cover the entire platform. And of course, depending on which way you face, the timing will be different. So it's really, really good for that. Like, using this under a platform is insanely good. I keep forgetting to put my CPU into control, but yeah, it's really good for that. And because it starts behind her, you can also use it to cover rolls. Like, if the opponent is rolling behind you, you can hit them, which is very good also. Clearly it's good. But you know, it's a really great anti move. It kills like not super early, I want to say. Like, I actually wish it killed a bit earlier for how much of a commitment it is to use. But like, if you get your opponent to like 130 or something, they will comfortably die from it, I think. Usually, anyway. Like, around there. Yeah, almost. It's strong, but it's also surprisingly weak at times, so I just figured you want to know that. Also, one more thing that is important for you to know. If you want to DI Pyra's up tilt, you DI towards her. That's how you properly DI it. If you DI in, you're gonna die. Just figured out. I figured I'd let people know. So yeah, DIing towards her is how you live, and DIing away is how you don't live. And I think that's why up tilt kills way earlier than it's supposed to, because when you DI wrong, you go straight up. But I know, it's really, really, it's just incredibly good, in my opinion. And that marks the end of the S tier. These are the GOATs, in my opinion. These are the moves that I see myself using a ton when I play Pyra, like, because they're so good. And I think they're moves that you should be using often too. Like, they're, especially like jab, down tilt, forward tilt, and up air are like moves that are relatively uncommittal, especially forward tilt and down tilt on shield. Up air is like stupid on shield. And up tilt is just incredibly good for juggling and covering platforms and covering yourself. It's really good for that. So I decided right now that I'm gonna summarize each tier as I go through them. I think that's a pretty good thing to do. So with that out of the way, let's move on to the next tier, which is great moves. Now, great moves are moves that are really good, but they have some sort of drawback, in my opinion. So that's why I'm putting them here. They have a couple of, like, not crippling flaws, I want to say, but they do have significant drawbacks that make them a bit harder to use, I want to say. And of course, the first move on this list is is down air. Down air, everyone knows how good Pyra's down air is, right? Everyone knows how good it is. It's insane. It's crazy. However, I just want to get it out of the way that the reason why I have it in not S tier is because down air is extremely slow. Like, it's extremely slow. If memory serves, it's like frame 17 or 18 or something. It's very slow. And because of that, it's very easy for people to just hit Pyra before you get it out. And that is like the major drawback it has, in my opinion. And because of that, you kind of have to use down air as like a punish tool exclusively. Like, you want to use it to punish your opponent for doing things. It's not something you just throw out in neutral. Like, you can throw out RAR, I guess, or reverse. Reverse down air in neutral, I think. If you do it retreating like this, you probably could. But, because the down air is -9 on shield, so it could become kind of hard to punish depending on what character you're playing as. And also, down air also pancakes a lot. Anyway. So, like, yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Down air is really good, don't get me wrong, but it's extremely committal for Pyra to use. Which is gonna become like a reoccurring theme as you go through all these moves. But yeah, like, down air is a committal. It's committal. It's a commitment. It's very slow, and you're very committed to throwing it out when you do it, and people are gonna just hit you for it. So, like, yeah, that's why it's not in this tier. But yeah, no, down air does pretty much everything for Pyra. It's like, I think it gets compared to Ike's neutral air a lot, except like it's way slower and stuff like that. But you know, it does roughly the same things for Pyra as neutral air does for Ike. Like, you get combos from 0 to 100 something. Like, you will almost always get a combo regardless of what percentage your opponent is at, provided you get like landing down air, you know, landing down air, and not like a high down air like that. You're not going to get anything from that, right? For most of the time. So, like, it's one of Pyra's main, like, combo starters. It's really, really good, but again, it's slow. You kind of have to use it as a punishing tool. You can't just run into people and down air and expect it to work. Especially not when you move on to, like, mid-level and higher levels of gameplay, because then people are just going to hit you for it. But, you know, it's a really good combo move. It's, again, you get combos from 0 to 100. You get kill confirms really early. Like, the one people probably know about the most is, like, down or up smash, killing at, like, 70, or even earlier, probably. Against some characters, it kills extremely early, especially on platforms. But down or up smash being, like, one of the easiest kill confirms to, you know, perform is super good. Like, the drawback is that you need to hit a down air, which is a different thing entirely. But yes, it's really good for that. Sorry. Okay, I just need to check something. But I know you get like combos at like pretty much any percent. And down air, as you can see, is really big. So it hits below the platform, which means you can get even more combos. And some people will use this to platform camp because they'll just hit their opponent. Stuff like that. It is a strategy you can use if you want, but I don't really condone it. Especially because of what I talked about at the start. Down air is very slow. Like, you see how much time I use for each down air attempt? It's crazy. And then people will try to, like, down air down tilt as a mix-up, but as long as people don't jump up at you, you will be okay, I think. Because it bothers me when people do this and it works, because you can hit Pyra in between swings, you know? Like, if you know they just keep doing this, you can hit her in between swings. It's fine. It is punishable by literally everybody in the cast can do something about it. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. Anyway, that was a tangent. So up air, not up air, down air does that for you. It does combos, kill confirms, all that stuff. It's a really good move to use for punishing specifically, like if you want to punish a landing, if you want to punish a roll, if you want to punish literally anything, a down air is usually your go-to move to do that for. But it again, it is kind of committal, so you have to jump and down air, which, you know, it's committal. I'm just gonna keep saying that. It's very committal, actually. And of course, I should mention that down air has like three different hitboxes that you're gonna work with a lot of the time. Like you have the spike hitbox in the front specifically, by the way, and then you have the sour spot, which is in the back, which isn't the sour spot. It's ridiculously strong, and it kills actually surprisingly early because it's very unintuitive to DI. But then you also have the tipper in the middle. You will know you got the tipper when you get the specific sound. Like at 0. Hold on, let me put it 0. You get that specific sound, you will know that you got it. Also, the tipper does like 16.8, while the sour spot does like 14.4. Yeah, like it's when you see people die at like 0 to 10 to 20% off stage because of down air, it's because you get hit by the tipper in the middle. Like this thing is ridiculous, and it's using this off like on the ledge like this for 2 frames, or it's hitting people before they grab ledge, is crazy good. It's like probably one of the best things about down air. It's just so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. So yeah, down air I would consider not to be like an S tier move because of the drawback I talked about. But otherwise, it does so many things for you that it's gonna rank really highly regardless. So yeah, down air, really good. Should you spam it? No, but that's a completely different topic that I've already talked about. But yeah, let's just move on to the next move. Okay, so we're gonna move on to a lot of I mean, the rest, spoiler, the rest of Pyra's arrows are in this tier, in A tier, I want to say. Like, I call it great moves, but, you know, it is what it is. Forward air, I think, is, like, one of Pyra's best moves. It is, frankly, kind of ridiculous. Mainly because it's such a wide arc that you can catch people jumping at you from a lot of different angles. And with Pyra's like drifting, her really good airspeed, let me put it that way. You can also just do retreating or advancing forward airs and stuff like that, which are great. But I know forward air is like, it's one of those things that you usually do for air to air because, you know, it's a forward air, but also it reaches very far in front of you and above you. So it's honestly really insane. And I managed to clip people really high up with like the last hitbox of this just because it's that big. But also, you know, forward air is like one of those moves that you want to use on shield because it's -9, and if you space it properly, no one is really going to punish that for the most part because you pancake when you land. Like, for some reason, Pyra and Mythra, for being sword characters, they pancake quite a lot when they land with aerials, and forward air is the same way. But yeah, it's -9 on shield. It's pretty decent, actually. It's not really a move I want to use on shield very often, but if I have to, if I'm in a situation where I have to, and I do a really like low-hanging forward air like this, then it's, yeah, it's gonna be hard to punish, especially if you drift backwards. So it's good for that. It's good for shield pressure, to some extent. And a funny detail about forward air that people probably don't know about, but like it doesn't put it. Yeah, no, it does. Okay, I'm full of shit. So like, because like at low percent, forward air will actually set up to tech chases and stuff like this, and it's quite nice. Not only on the ground like that, but also on the side platforms at like mid percent. Like, it's gonna send people kinda up there. Yeah, like, lower than what I set there, but like, at certain... I can probably dump a clip in here post-production where I can show you what happens, but like, it sets up for like other things too. Yeah, like, it's great for that. I just want to put that out there, so you know. But yeah, it's overall a really good aerial. You can't really go wrong with a lot of sword aerials. Like, the only drawback I want to say that it has is that most sword aerials in this game go from the top to bottom like this, right? A lot of them do. And because of that, it makes them like easier to time on the ground when you want to do a landing aerial. Pyra's forward air goes from bottom and up. So I think, in my opinion, like, it gets a bit harder to do like a landing aerial like that actually hits shield too. So, and it's also, in some scenarios, if you're trying to do air-to-air battles, Pyra will just lose out because she started from bottom and up and not like from top to bottom like Lucina does. So just like small detail that I want to mention. But yeah, no, forward air is really, really good. It's definitely one of the one of the moves ever, if you catch my drift. But also, like, it's like your main at like 0, if you have someone in like down tilt or down throw, you can just forward air. Always. Like, I want to say always, because if they DI in, you can also just jump in place and forward air too. Like, it's not a big deal. It's like one of those things. But yeah, it is... Yeah, it's great. I know I'm getting kind of rambly, and I hope I get my points across still. But that's how it goes when you're winging a video that is this long. So hopefully it's okay. But yeah, forward air, really good anti-air, really good other like funny smaller setups, decent shield safety, good air-to-air, or like good air. Yeah, it's just really good. It's a good move that you can also use in neutral by drifting forward, drifting back, stuff like that. It's really good with Pyra's air movement. Anyway, let's move on. Now, up smash. Up smash I put in the A tier. Like, I consider it... I give it the same drawback as down air, is that it's frame 15. For an up smash, it's very slow. Like, not extremely slow, but it's slow enough to not really be like... It's not reliable to be used out of shield, for instance. Like, a lot of moves are not minus 15 on shield or worse, unless people do like rising aerials, then you can do it. But like, that's about it. So I just want to point that out, that is for a smash attack, it's pretty slow, but it is made up for by being probably one of the strongest smash attacks in the game. Like, for some reason they decided to put all of Pyra's kill power into one move. Like, it's just something like that, you know. I showed you earlier, but downer up smash is like... Downer up smash is so ridiculous as it is because up smash is so strong. And with rage, it can kill like extremely early. Also, I should mention that it's actually very, very good anti-air because up smash is like active for like a billion frames. So even if people are trying to land on you, you can do an up smash and you'll probably be okay. And if they try to air dart through it, then rip, I guess, because it's really laggy. Something I want you to pay attention to also, that a similar thing that up tilt does. You know, like when, as you can see, like up tilt makes Pyra low profile quite a bit before she swings, right? Up smash is even better than that. She goes extremely low. Like extremely low before the sword starts to spin. And if you charge the attack, she goes like extremely low. And because of that, you can actually dodge, you can reliably low profile things and still hit your opponent. Like, that's one of those things where if you do a landing aerial on shield and then charge a bit, you can stay low profile for a very long time. So I just want to say that if people want to try to like rising aerial and shield you after you do like forward air or back air or down air or something, whatever, up air for instance, and then you just up air on someone's shield and then do that, they're gonna explode. They're just gonna explode. It's really good. It's ridiculous actually. Yeah, it's crazy good. And like the low profile starts like way before the move actually comes out too. So yeah, it's just really good, reliable like low profile thing you can do. It's really good for that. Once again, it's extremely strong. Like it usually kills people. It still stocks around like 80, I want to say. Yeah. Like, if you hit it around 100%, they are always just gonna die off the top. It's really good for that. It is something you can use out of shield if someone used a rising aerial, but other than that, it's not really something you can reliably use. But the low profiling does make it very funny to be under a platform like this, because very few characters can actually hit you when you're doing this. Like, it's like up tilt, but it's on crack. Something else I want to mention, just like up tilt, up smash also covers like the entire platform. So if you have an opponent in a tech scenario, let me just try to set it up here. Like if you have your opponent in a tech scenario, I thought that was gonna work. All right, let me try that again. I'm professional, I promise. I'm not. Like, if you have your opponent in a tech scenario like this, and then you can just hold it until you see, like, movement or something, and then you can just let it rip, and they just explode. And if your opponent wants to land on any of the side platforms, you can also almost always just hit them for it. It's very... Like, if you want a harder call-out for where they're gonna land and up tilt, then up smash is your best friend. Because even if you don't get the strong hit, the weak hit will still hit them, because the move is just so active. So I figured I should let you know about that too. So yeah, I think up smash is like super strong. It does have its drawbacks, but it's mainly very strong, and one of the stronger kill moves that Pyra has. That is, you can combo out of like down air and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. Now the next move in the A tier that I want to talk about is down throw, because I think it's really good. It's really good, mainly because it actually gives you combos at like low percent to sometimes mid percent too, depending on percentage and like how heavy your opponent is and stuff like that. But it also, one thing I don't see people talk about enough is that down throw sets up like tech chases on the top platform around mid percent, like this. Like you just pretend that like Lucina tech rolled or anything like that right there, and that's something you can use also. Like just down throw at like mid percent, like 40 to 50%, and the opponent will go right to the top platform, where you can do pretty much whatever you want usually. So that's like one of those underrated aspects of down throw I don't see people use enough. And like even if they don't tech or anything on the platform, you can still, like if they use their double jump or something, for instance. Like if they double jump away from there, like now they've used their double jump and they have to go somewhere. Like now they have to land somewhere, you know? So it's just really good for that. But I know, I mainly put this here because it's a combo throw, and the combo throw alone is just really good. Like I know a lot of people probably aren't using Pyra at like low percent, but when you are, it's just nice to have guaranteed damage always, and it does like 20-something% every time. Unless you want to like do like down throw up air or something. Down throw up air is a little bit more DI dependent. Like if they DI away from you, you are pretty unlikely that you'll get it. Like you can get like short of up air, for example. But like you can probably do like down throw, up air, and then another up air, stuff like that. Like you can definitely get up air ladders from down throw sometimes, at low percent if you want. It is a possibility for sure, for sure. But yeah, no, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about down throw. I think I've covered the main good things about it and why I have it here in A tier. Like, I think down throw would be a lot worse if Pyra didn't have not relatable, but like reliable down throw, not throw, but grab range. Her grab range is like really good. Like it is, for being a sword character, her grab range is like actually just normal. It's really good. Yeah, I feel like it was a mistake. Like a lot of sword characters in this game have like really short grab ranges to accommodate for like the range being so big, but Pyra is not one of them. Her grab range is like extremely good, and they're like her pivot grab is also really good. I just wanted to put that out there. Like Pyra's grab is just really reliable in general. Now, back air, my beloved. I love back air so much. I have talked about back air extensively on the channel before, and I've definitely had a lot of clips about it. But the back air is one of those really funny moves that, just like forward air, it starts from bottom and goes up. So I know that can become like a little bit like, they can be a little bit like indistinguishable from one another because of the same arc, but they are very much different. The first thing I want to say about down air is that, or not down air, but back air is that it auto cancels on short hop, and so does down air. Because I already covered it, I just wanted to let you know. It auto cancels on short hop, and it becomes very easy to move around the stage while using this move. So I love that. It's very good. It's very good. Forward air does not auto cancel on short hop, by the way. Just figured out to let you know. It's hard to make it. Whatever. This is not forward air. I just wanted to say it. But yeah, no downer is no downer. Back air is one of those moves that are either really strong or really weak, because let's say 80%. Yeah, if the opponent DIs back air like in at like 80, that was terrible. Hold on. Like they go a lot higher up, you know. Then yeah, like the DI change is so, the knockback angle is so insanely different depending on how you DI it, and when you get hit by an aerial or something, you intuitively want to DI in, right? Because you don't want to get sent very far. But back air is like one of those moves that if you DI in, you just kind of explode. You just really explode, and especially when people are approaching you and you like just roar back air them or something. Like they're jumping at you and you just roar back air them like that. They'll be holding forward, like full forward at you, and because of that they also get the eye in, and then they just explode. So it's very fun for that. But yeah, no downer, back air is like, it's really strong. The sweet spot is at the start, at the bottom of it, and it's really big. Like I can't stress that enough. Like back air's hitbox is like just so ridiculously huge. Like it's directly below Pyra. It's like, oh, I missed. Like it's supposed to be like directly below Pyra, kind of thing. And that's where the sweet spot is too. Like it's been one of my favorite moves to like explore, because it's just so ridiculous. Anyway, it's like one of those moves I very much encourage you to experiment with, because it's really funny. Also very strong. But yeah, the sour spot is like at the top, and it's way weaker. Sometimes it just doesn't kill. It's so weak. But I know, And like a lot of the other moves I talked about today, like back air is like one of those moves that pancake like crazy when you shield it. Or when you do it on shield like this. And because of that, you can combine it with like other moves like up smash or up tilt for like prolonged low profile. So yeah, like it's a lot of like almost every aerial that Pyra has is -9 on shield. It's an easy number to remember. Up air is -4, and the rest is -9. So back air is also -9 on shield, which is not the best, and it's kind of hard to like space really well on shield, I want to say. But you can do it, and you can it pancakes like crazy, so you can low profile things out of shield. So it's pretty good for that too. But yeah, back air is like what if I had a tier list where I had like all my favorite moves like that are like. If my tier list was in terms of how fun and how good they are to use, or like how good, like, yeah, just how good they feel to use, back air would be at the top. It's like actually one of my favorite moves to use. It's so satisfying. But this is not that kind of tier list, so it's going to be in the A tier. It's still really good. It is on the slower side, like, and that's why it's here and not in like S tier. Like it's like almost as slow as downer is. Like it's very slow, but it's also really powerful, especially when people are running at you. You just want to hit them with the downer, or sorry, back air, and they just explode. So yeah, super good, super good. One of my favorites personally, but this is not what that tier list is. So neutral air is also going to be in A tier. It's really, really, really good. They somehow took the funny spinning neutral air for sorties, and they just cranked it up to 11 for her, because I just want to highlight the fact that neutral air, I think spins are like 2.5 times around Pyra like this. And like that's crazy active frames, of course. But I also want to point out for you that it starts like diagonally behind her, like diagonally up behind her. So it's frame 11. And it's going to take a couple of frames before the sword hits in front of you. So when you want to use it, I recommend that you try to turn around for it. Because that's when it comes out fastest. Yeah, that, like... Neutral air is like one of those moves that are like... It has like insane knockback. Like base knockback is very crazy, of course, but... it's also one of those moves that kill really early if you hold in, because... If you go in... If you hold in when you DI this move, you go like straight up. Almost straight up. And that at like higher percent, especially if you're trying to chase Pyra when she comes down with it, is devastating. Like if you're juggling Pyra and she comes falling down and she just starts falling down on you with a neutral like that, because it covers her, it covers the entire her entire body. And you happen to DI wrong, not only will she win the interaction, but you'll also die. But I know, like, if you're feeling really fancy about it, you can also, like, neutral air at, like, 0 and get, like... Or at very low percent, and get, like, a tech chase on the top platform. But I know, like, neutral air doesn't do, like, the most damage or anything, but it covers... It covers everything of Pyra, and it's, like, really good anti-air for that reason. Because if someone is going to land on you, you can just hit this, and you'll probably hit them first. So, because of that, it's a good anti-air, but it's also a good air-to-air. Because if someone is trying to hit you, you can neutral air, and it's like one of those few offensive landing options that Pyra has when you're coming down. Especially against characters that have stubby aerials. Like, characters that don't use swords. They can have a hard time hitting Pyra when you're using this move, and they'll get hit instead. So it's just really good for that. Extremely good for that. Neutral air is just really underappreciated, I think. Like, people will always say that Mythra's neutral layer is so good because, you know, it's really active, it combos and all of that stuff, but like, Pyra also has like a lot of good uses, like, mainly as I was saying, neutral layer with the anti-air and air-to-air, and yeah. And of course the landing option you have. If you want to land aggressively and you know that your opponent is going to come after you aggressively, then you can just nair and they'll get hit. Like, it's good for that. But I know, it's very nice. And once again, remember that it starts behind you first. So if you try to use it and you're facing the opponent like this, you might not hit them in time because it's going to take a couple of extra frames for the sword to actually come around to the front. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, the active frames make it very good for, as I said, as a landing option, air-to-air, anti-air, stuff like that. It's very good for that, and that's why I'm going to put it in A tier. Yeah, like I feel like if neutral air was a bit stronger, it might have been like an S tier for me. Neutral air is like one of those moves that kills really early or really late, because if you DI this move correctly, you go really far out to the side. And if you DI it poorly, you'll go straight up. And even if you DI it poorly at like 150, you'll still live, so yeah. Like, kill power isn't like the main thing this move has, but it does have other things that are really good about it, so yeah. That's neutral air. Now, for the second last move in the A tier, we're gonna talk about down smash. And down smash is like ridiculously underrated. I don't understand why people think this move is so bad. It's really not. Like, okay, let me just okay, so down smash, like up smash and not down tilt, but up tilt, will also low profile like crazy. So you can sometimes have anti-aired with this move because it just, the hitbox becomes taller than her hurtbox when she does this. It's very crazy. But you know, like, if I remember correctly, I think I want to say that down smash is like frame 12, if my memory serves me correctly, which I will completely admit that it doesn't a lot of the time. Just want to make sure. Yeah, down smash frame 12. It's her fastest smash attack. It's actually very reliable, especially if you want to like punish at her shield when you parry. It's like probably one of your go-tos, unless you want a down tilt, which you also can. But no, like, it's frame 12. It's very quick. It's very quick. Also, if you think down smash is weak, it's probably because you hit it with like the inner hitbox. Because down smash has a lot of hitboxes attached to it, where the legs are weak and the sword isn't really weak, but it has an inner hitbox. Or so I thought. Like, there's... yeah, right. Maybe I'm full of it, or full of shit. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I hit it. Yeah, no, it does have a sour spot very up close, and then it has a sweet spot that is like further away from Pyra, and it's not that like hard to like hit it, I don't think, but if you get like the outer hitbox of down smash, you're it's gonna look a lot better. It's gonna look way stronger actually. So like as a kill option, I think it's very good. You just have to find the opportunities to actually use it. Because again, if you get like the outer hitbox of down smash, it actually kills relatively early. One thing I also want to mention is that down smash is also like, I'm pretty sure you've seen that mythra has with mythra you can hit a regular get up with down smash, right? I'm pretty sure people have seen that before. And for some reason people didn't connect the dots and try that with Pyra, because you can do it with Pyra as well. Like, it's just as good. It's literally just as good. You heard it, man. Please subscribe if you've made it this far. Like, if you, for example, have someone at 80. And like, as soon as you see movement, you can just hit it. Like, it's that good. You can stand at roll distance if you want. Like, if you want to hard call out a regular get up, you can use down smash for it. It's fine. Like that. From here. You can do it. Like, again, it's very underrated. I think it's very underutilized, and Pyra can hit people with regular get up just like mythra. And you can actually kill them off of it this time, because down smash is... Pyra's down smash is significantly stronger than mythra's. So yeah, I just want that out there, because I don't think down smash is nowhere near as bad as people think it is. You just have to use it a little bit more differently. And as I said at the start of the video, like, a lot of Pyra's moves aren't like super useful on first glance. You might actually have to experiment with a little bit of them to find the true potential. So yeah, that is down smash. Quick and easy. Now, we are going to talk about my favorite throw. People may have heard of the back throw. Pyra back throw, bottom text. Now, what is nice about Pyra back throw is that it sends people at like a 45-degree angle behind her, and it doesn't really have any... it has like very little knockback growth on it, so it's really, really nice. I think people don't realize just how good throws that have little knockback growth are. They're just so... They're so useful for so many things. But what's nice about Pyra back throw is that you can back throw, and then you can really sniff out habits with this move. Because if people like to like do things aggressively, you can hit them for it. If they want to air dodge after if they want to air dodge, you can hit their air dodge, you can hit their tech roll, you can do so many things. If they like to jump out of back throw, you can hit them for it, you know, stuff like that. I love using this move to just learn more about my opponent and what habits I can actually punish and stuff. It's very nice for that. But the main thing you want to look for when using back throw is throwing people on the side platforms. It gives you a free tech chase every time. And because people never expect you to use back throw in scenarios like that, like they might not even tech, which gives you like even more time. And I'm not gonna like encourage you to like never expect people to never tech, because that's not good practice, I don't think. But like my main point is that it sets up on side platforms like this all the time. And because it doesn't really have any like knockback growth, it just sets people up like this for like ages. And it's just really good. Like, that's the main takeaway I want you to have. And that's why I'm putting it in A tier instead of like bottom whatever, because it, like, back throw doesn't give you any combos. Like, it doesn't give you combos, but it gives you setups that you can use. And listen, even if you back throw and somebody techs and you don't get a punish, that's okay. They're still on a platform. They're still on a platform, and like, you still have the advantage state. So like, because of that, back throw is just really insane. So yeah, just let me put some respect on like throws that don't have a lot of knockback growth on here, because they usually have other applications that you just need to figure out. And we figure out that you can back throw people onto platforms, and now their life is in your hands. So that's the main takeaway. Yeah, really good move. Last move in A tier, I will also say. So to sum this up, I mean, it's a little bit harder to summarize when I have a bigger tier, but my point is, for A tier, is that moves that are really good, but they have some sort of drawback that I feel like makes them not land in the S tier. Like down air too slow. I feel like 4 there probably could be an S tier. It's really good, but it's also like, it's not like, I want to say it's like not super safe enough on shield to be to be like super useful, but it's still good. Up smash, it's still very slow, and that's like the main drawback, but the kill power is like the main draw for that move. Down throw doesn't really have any drawbacks per se, but it stops having a usefulness after like after mid percent, and you don't really kill with it until like 200. Back air once again is a bit too slow, but again, yeah, like it's very strong, but it is very slow, and that's like the main drawback, and that's why I don't put it in S tier. Neutral air, I wish had a bit more kill power. Like, it's still an extremely good move, I think. It's good for anti-airing, it's good for air-to-airing, it's good for getting at a disadvantage state sometimes by doing a landing neutral air, because it's so active like that it covers you for a very long time. Down smash, like, down smash isn't even really that bad. Like, I kind of consider it putting it in S tier because I think it's a really good move in general. Like, yeah. No, like, it's her fastest smash attack. You really use it. You are going to use it from time to time. And again, like, if you get like a quote-unquote tipper down smash at like 100 at ledge, like, they're just going to die. It's very strong. It's really strong. Like, provided you're not getting the kick hitbox, which is very weak, you should be fine. And yeah, back throw isn't a combo throw, and it does like... Back throw doesn't really give you anything at 0 or low percent, other than like if the opponent air dodges or hits a button at a hit stun or something like that, that you can very easily punish, for example. Like, that's fine too. But yeah. I don't know why I'm justifying any of my picks. Like, I am just trying to make a tier list, that's all. But yeah, after this we're gonna go into the C tier, where moves are decent, but they are starting to get kind of situational. So first up in C tier we have forward throw. And forward throw is like one of those throws that it doesn't really put people in... Like, it doesn't put people in tumble immediately, which is sometimes nice. But like, what I want to say is like, it around starting at low to mid percent, you can use it for like tech chasing and stuff. Like, if you use forward throw and they tech in place, you can hit them with like dash attack, for example. If they like tech roll in, you can down tilt or whatever you want, really. Tech roll in is like always the option you want the most, because that means Pyra needs to move less. And like, if they tech roll away, you can always like dash attack or use Blazing End, which I'll get back to. So like, it can be like a decent tech chase thing at low percent. Otherwise, you're likely using it to send the opponent off stage. And it's gonna kill, like... I forgot about that. Just a second. Like, F-throw starts killing at like 150, 160. I want to say for a lot of characters. And grabbing regular get up is something you can do. And then get a couple pommels and then throw them out. Like, getting this is like... Yeah, it's just like a little, what is it called? A little cycle, a little blender that you put people into. Especially if your opponent has a habit of like regular get up into shield, then you can just grab them for free every time. But I know, it's definitely one of those things that you'll use to just use as a punish in your ledge trapping regime. I want to say not regime, regiment maybe. To like punish regular get up or something like that, and then throw them back off stage to reset the situation. That's what F throw is mostly used for. And of course, I just want to put it out there that if you get a grab on somebody and they're like 100 something, you always have the option to throw them back to the stage. Like especially if sorry, I just want to set this up. If people roll into your arms like this, you can back throw, and voila, they're on the platform. There's something I forgot to mention with back throw, but you can do that too. And depending on like DI and percent and weight and stuff, you can also just, because people are often DIing in when you forward throw, right? You can also you can mix it up with back throw, and like when people DI away, they go way further. So yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah, forward throw is like mainly tech chase at low percent and ledge trap resets at higher percent. So that's like the main thing I want to say. Again, this is the tier where I'm gonna say that moves are starting to get kind of situational. So that's why I want to put it here. Let's move on to the next move. So for the next move in this tier list, we have Flame Nova, and Flame Nova is extremely situational in my opinion, because it's very good for certain things, but generally speaking, it's not really a move you just use a lot. Like the main thing I like to use about it is if people are on, like if people are on the what is it called? The platform like this, you can short hop and hit their shield like that without landing on the platform. Like that's one of my favorite things to do about it. And that is extremely hard to punish for most characters in the game. Like you can't really do much about that. Or like full hop cancelled into Flame Nova, I mean. I'm trying to get it, I promise. You get the idea, right? Like, you do that without actually landing on a platform. And, yeah, there's different, like, as soon as you use Flame Nova, you will stop your jump from going any further up. So, there's different ways you can do that. So, like, I like using Flame Nova for this. And especially if you cross people up and do it behind them where they have, like, less options to punish you with, depending on character and stuff. But that's like my main way of using it. You can also just do it full hop like this in front of them, and then you will just descend down back underneath the platform, and you'll avoid whatever else they want to do. Like it's one of my. It's not super safe actually, but people don't know how to punish it, so therefore it's like situationally good for platform pressure. And like, of course, the thing is, with like it's, I'm trying to talk while doing gameplay, it's a bad idea. But like Flame Nova will always be like the GOAT for catching air dodges and stuff, because it's such an active move, especially if you fully charge it. So like, for catching air dodges, it is very good. It's very active for that reason, and it's very nice. What people like to do also is like, if you're playing against if your opponent is playing a character that doesn't have like an upbeat that has a hitbox, you can go off stage and charge this, and then you can catch them and just defeat them. Like, they will just lose their stock. It takes a bit of finessing, of course, but like, it's usually very simple. So yeah, it's because of like Pyra's airspeed and air physics and stuff, you can, it's kind of fun to do for like movement stuff. But like, again, I think it's mostly a very situational move that is good for punishing certain options, or again, as I showed you, like good for shield pressure. But other than that, I think it's not super good. It's not like in the upper echelons for sure of moves, in my opinion. has its use cases, but it's not really something I wanna like use very often. Now, something I do also like to do that I want to mention before I wrap up this move is landing, doing an empty hop into Flame Nova on shield, like this. Because then you do a lot of shield damage, but you also land with a multi-hit, which, well, maybe sometimes cause the opponent to drop shield, because they thought you were going to land with an aerial, which is only a single hit. So that is like a funny mix-up that might work once or twice, but yeah. Again, situational, still good, but yeah, that's my main thoughts on Flame Nova. Like, I wouldn't really recommend using it for ledge trapping or anything, because you are stuck in place for so long. I know because you can move left and right, people love to use this as like a bait, but like, then you're baiting people. That's a different thing. And if people fall for it, like that's like on them. It's not really on you. But I don't know. At this point, I've been recording for like over an hour. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's talk about the next move. Now, next up is dash attack, and a dash attack is certainly one of those really situationally good moves. I think I've talked about it at length before, but like, the reason why dash attack is so good is because the range is so insanely big. Like, let me just show you real quick. Let me slow down for you. Let me just roll behind you. And like, from this place, hold on, my pin didn't go through. It covers so much ground, and the hitbox itself is so big. That's not what I meant to do. But like, it's really big, and it covers a lot of ground. And something I've talked about before is that Pyra's, especially, because Pyra's dash attack is slower than mythra's, she has a lot more wind up. Like, it takes more time for her before she lunges forward, right? And this is something you can do as a whiff punishing tool. Like, believe it or not. Like, if your opponent did something across the stage, like, you can whiff punish them for it, you know, with this. Like, it goes way deeper than that, in my opinion, but because of the wind-up, she does a little stutter step before she goes forward, and that makes it, like, surprisingly good for, like, catching landing aerials, for example. Like, if you are... I think that's why back throw dash attack is such a popular thing, because if you back throw your opponent and they do an aerial, they will land right there, and you can just hit them, you know? But like, you know, dash attack is legitimately one of my favorite moves to use as like to catch landings when people are landing aggressively with aerials, because they'll have landing lag and they didn't hit me, and because of the stutter step you can actually time it so that you will avoid the move, but you can still hit them. Like, it takes a lot of practice to do right, but when you do, like, it's really, really nice, in my opinion. Of course, dash attack is like one of those moves that kill really early a lot of the time. Like, it's just near the ledge, it's kind of ridiculous. Something along that. Like, I think, like, dash attack is like almost like not as strong as like forward smash, but sometimes I find myself using dash attack as a punish instead of forward smash. Like, they are extremely similar in frame data, if I remember correctly. Now, dash attack is 3 frames faster, yeah. So, like, dash attack is a bit faster than forward smash is, and therefore I find myself using it like as a punish for that reason. But I know. I'm gonna try my best to put like examples of what I'm talking about in post if I can't show it off here. I think that would be a good compromise to do things with. But yeah, no. yeah, this is why dash attack is like, in C tier, it's like more situational. It's pretty slow, but it's also, because of the range and the burst, like the burst range you have, it makes up for it with the kill power and range and all that stuff. And like, this is like one of those funny strings that it just, if your opponent didn't do anything, or if they're sleeping at the wheel because they don't think Pyra is going to get there in time, they'll just get hit by this. And it's back throw dash attack at like near the ledge is devastatingly strong, mainly because the opponent is DIing away from you. Probably they're holding away from you after the back throw. They'll get hit by it and they're dead. Like, it's one of those really funny scenarios. And again, if the opponent, after back throw, if the opponent like is doing something else, like if the opponent is hitting a button that hits stun, you're gonna get hit anyway because Pyra is winding up, and it's gonna take a bit for her to get there. So it's one of those really good moves for that. I just want to get that out there. But I think dash attack is definitely better than what people give it credit for. It's certainly, but it's definitely also very situational, and it's definitely not the thing you just want to throw out in neutral because it's very slow. It's also like minus a billion on shield. Yeah, it's minus 18. It's very bad. It's not the thing you just throw out. But yeah, that's dash attack. I love it a lot. I love it a lot. It's very underutilized, I think, but it's also rather situational. Speaking of situational, let's move on to the next move. Up throw is my next move here. And this move is here because it's not as useful as back throw is, which will set up like tech chases on the platform, on the side plats at like mid to higher percent always. But up throw is like similarly as down throw. It kind of sets up like tech chases on the top flat like this. Sorry, I'm getting some funny noises in here. But yeah, like the up throw does the similar thing to down throw, where you just get funny combo at mid percent, and after that it doesn't really do anything for you anymore. It doesn't combo into anything at all at 0 for Pyra, like at all. And I guess with the right DI you just go straight up to the platform anyway, huh? Yeah, like you can't get stuff like this. Like it's fine. Like at low to mid percent you can up throw under top plat and get like some good stuff. But you will never get any true combos from up throw. And at like higher percent you can still use it to get to your opponent like above you, where you can start setting up juggles and stuff. So it's not unusable. But when you have other throws that are a lot better, like back throw, there's little incentive to use up throw, I think. Like, again, the top plat tech chases are like the only thing I really found that are super good, and like if the opponent air dodges you can still catch them, something like that. Like, it's not awful. It's not awful. It is so situational that you might just never use it, you know? It's the thing. So that's why I'm gonna put it here. It's a bit funny, I'll admit. But other than that, it's like not the best. Yeah, short, quick and easy on this one. But let's move on to the next one. And in another move in the C tier, we have Prominence Revolt, and that is Pyra's up special. You may be wondering, why the heck is this not in like A tier or something? And I'll explain. So, Pyra's up special isn't fast enough to be used out of shield reliably, like as like a reversal tool. You can't do it. Like, because it's frame 13 out of shield, or it's frame 13 in general. You can use it out of shield, right? But it is so slow that you will never really be able to... It's the same thing as up smash, essentially. Like, up smash is also too slow to be used out of shield reliably, right? But the same thing applies for Prominence Revolt. It's frame 13, and up smash is frame 15, and like, both of them are too slow to be used out of shield reliably. And especially if you miss, you are so punishable, it's not even funny. Because if the opponent lands on your shield, and then they shield your up B, right? Like, let's just pretend for a second here. Like, they shield your up B, like, dang, hold on. Let me get it. We love doing things unscripted here. So, like, if they're shielding... And the problem with this is that Prominence Revolt is, to my memory, it's minus 48 on shield. Minus 48 and minus 47. Which means that if your opponent shields this move for whatever reason, especially if you are trying to use it out of shield to punish their aerial or something, which is unpunishable with this, and they shield up B, you're gonna get rocked so hard. Like, you can drop shield and charge a smash stack. That's how bad it is on shield. And that's why, in my opinion, that it's not really... I mean, we'll get into other things too. But yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons why it's not, like, super useful, in my opinion, other than recovery, which we'll get to. Excuse me. I gotta remember to drink water during this. So, other than that, though, like, it is... actually had a video about this move recently, but as a move, it's fine. It does a lot of damage. It's very similar to, like, Ike or Chrom up B or something, or Me Sword Fighter up B, where he goes up and down, and the explosion does a lot of damage, right? The Flame Pillar. It's... Prominence Revolt is also one of those moves that, like, it kills really early or really late. Like, if you DI in, you die so fast, and if you DI away, you live a bit better. This is not the best position to do things from, but you get a point. Like, because Prominence Revolt takes so long to, like, finish, it's extremely easy to, like, adjust your DI and just live. It's extremely easy. So, like, that's why I'm not, like, super keen on using it as, like, a kill move, unless the opponent's, like, at this percent, where now your DI probably doesn't matter as much anymore, you know? At, like, 120 or 130. But yeah, if the opponent DIs in, it becomes way better, and that doesn't really happen as very much, unless the opponent just doesn't know how to DI the move, which, you know, fair enough. So, like, as a kill move, it's not the strongest. It doesn't function out of shields. Unless the opponent is doing a rising aerial, but that's a different thing again. When I say it doesn't function out of shield, I mean landing aerials, specifically. Like, if the opponent is doing a 4 tilt or 4 smash or something on your shield, then you should be able to use up B out of shield every time. But I'm like... When people are doing landing aerials, which are often like -5, -6, -7 or something, or... -10 at, like, worst, I guess. You're not going to be able to use up B out of shield, ever. So, that's why it's like, I'm ranking it a bit lower because of that. But yeah, no, you can also... Just trying to find... Like, you can also use it on the platform, under a platform, like, out of down air for, like, extra % and, like, hitting the flame pillar on the top flat makes it, like, kill a bit earlier, you know, than they otherwise would. So that's just a little pro tip there. Talked about that before, but you know, it's whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of other things you can do with this move, but like the main thing you're looking for is like, I don't know what to say. It's very awkward to use in my opinion. Just very awkward to use. It's just very awkward to use sometimes. It's very situational. It's not really the best for recovery either, because I talked about it before, but like when you look at up special, right? Like the sword slash goes all the way through visually, but halfway up it stops having a hitbox, and that makes it extremely easy for people to edgeguard her. So, like if you're playing as an Aegis player and Pyra has to recover really low, you can just hit her every time. It's very simple. Like, it requires like no timing. But yeah, that's why it's as low as it is. I wish it was a bit better, but that's just how it is, in my opinion. Like, it's still not bad. It's just not as good as the rest is what. I'm saying again, like, Pyra doesn't really have any, like, outrageously bad moves. Like, she's extremely well-rounded for what she is, I think. And that's why I think she's also way better than most people think, too. But, yeah. Last move in this tier, and then we'll move on to the final tier of this tier list. So, Forward Smash is the final move in the C tier. And, like, yeah. It's very strong. It's extremely strong. Like, what I think is funny is that Forward Smash is like... you can compare it to, like... characters like maybe Belmont Forward Smash or Ike Forward Smash or something that are like slower than it, but it's like surprisingly strong. For being frame 20, I think it's very strong. But also, frame 20 is extremely slow, right? I don't need to tell you that. It's very slow. And that's like the main reason why it's down here. Because yeah, Forward Smash is really strong, and it's like, when you have moments where you can use it as a punish, it's really, really good. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to use Forward Smash as like a punish, because it's just so slow. And yeah, that's just the main reason why it's so low, because unlike up smash that is frame 15 or something, like this can be used as a shield, it can be used in combos, like Forward Smash, like Forward Smash can like be used in downer for like as a combo through downer, but it's like it's so tight that chances are you'll probably just not get it like to be a true combo. Like, I feel like I'm getting lucky now. It just works here. But like, to me, downer at Forward Smash is so unreliable that I wouldn't use it. I would rather go for something else that also kills, like up smash or something. But like, yeah, like the main reason why I think Forward Smash is like in the C tier is because it's slow. That's all. Like, for being frame 20, it's really strong. It's very strong. And again, when you have opportunities to use it as a punish tool, it's very rewarding and like it's very satisfying to use. And of course, the sound design and everything is just freaking immaculate. It feels so good to land. But yeah, it's just so slow. Yeah, that's like the main reason why it's in this tier. I keep repeating myself. I have been going at it for like an hour and a half now. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's just how it is. So let us move on to the final tier in this tier list. And if you're paying attention, you probably know which move it is. So, the final move we are going to talk about gets its own tier separate from the other tiers, because Blazing End is like one of those weird moves in Pyra's moveset that is like, depending on which version of the game you're playing, aka online or offline, it's either really good or it's really bad. Like, it is... Okay, so I'm just gonna rattle on like why Blazing End isn't a move you should be using all the time. First of all, it's frame 14. It's pretty slow. It's pretty slow. Second of all, Pyra can't defend herself, or like, she loses her ability to attack while the sword is away from her. So, unlike other characters that have projectiles, like Samus for example, like Samus can throw a charge shot, and if you jump over it, she can still forward air you, right? Pyra can't do that. If you miss Blazing End, like if they jump over it, if they roll through it, anything, you are super vulnerable and people can just hit you. It is a really huge design flaw, and like, yeah, Blazing End is really strong when you hit it. Like, it easily does like 20+%. Like, it is ridiculous. But the drawback is that Pyra, because she throws her sword, she can't use it, like she can't attack. So when you miss, you're kind of forced to like run away. And like, it is ridiculous. But the drawback is that Pyra, because she throws her sword, she can't use it, like she can't attack. So when you miss, you're kind of forced to like run away. And like, it is ridiculous. But the drawback is that Pyra, because she throws her sword, she can't use it, like she can't attack. So when you miss, you're kind of forced to like run away. Or if you were lucky and like you are, let's try to get a set up. Like if the opponent shielded it like this, or like then you just, both of you are just sitting ducks for like a couple of seconds because Pyra can't do anything, Lucina can't do anything, and yeah. So like Blazing End isn't like super good in general, and it's like, it's, to me, Blazing End takes the cake of being like the situational move. It's so situational. It's situationally good in like a lot of scenarios, but the main thing that makes people just spam this move in neutral is because like they want the footstool really bad. They want the footstool really bad. And like even if you get the footstool, you're not guaranteed to get anything out of it, right? Because first of all, you gotta hit Blazing End in neutral, which is very difficult to pull off, especially against good players. And then you gotta hit the footstool down, air dodge down like you usually do, and then hope to God that you could actually punish the opponent's option, because you know. Let me see if I can get it. I haven't practiced in a bit, not gonna lie. Yeah, I didn't get my dash. Anyway, my point is, you're never guaranteed to get anything at all from Blazing End footstool. It's a very cool thing, and I agree that is like, it's very sick. It's very sick, but because you're never guaranteed anything, I feel like it's not worth it unless you play offline, where you can actually react to your opponent's options. Because a lot of the time, when people use Blazing End online, they do Blazing End, get the footstool, and then they assume that the opponent isn't going to attack, and then they get a jab block, or they don't get a jab block and get punished or whatever. It's very silly. I have a whole rant ready for this, if you can't tell. So like, I don't think Blazing End footstool is like worth it online at all, or maybe it is. I don't know. But that's like the main reason why people go for it, is the thing. And when you go for a footstool, you miss out on the natural advantage state that you get from hitting Blazing End, which is something that people don't realize. It's something you have to consider. Like, going for this footstool isn't always worth it. Like, now I have Lucina off stage. Like, it's great. But like, yeah, no, to get more back on track, like, Blazing End is good for a couple of things, in my opinion. I'll show you. Now, Blazing End, for me, in my opinion, there's only a couple of ways you can use this that is really good. One of them is edge guarding like this, because if... Like, you reset the situation, you get a ton of %, and stuff like that. Yeah, I was trying to do gameplay while talking. It doesn't really work like that. But like, edge guarding is very good for it, because especially if the opponent used their directional air dodge to get back to stage, you can use... Let me try if I can see if I can get that, actually. No, I just can't. I mean, you get the point. Like, if you launch your opponent really far off stage and they use their directional air dodge to get back, you can always use Blazing End, because it's an extension of you. If you can't get there in time, Blazing End goes very far out, and you can hit them. Like, edge guarding is like my main use case for it. It's also really good if to catch people landing, for example. I'm trying my best, believe me. Like, if you pretend that Lucina landed on this platform, right? And if she landed with an air dodge or an aerial or whatever it is, she's gonna get hit by this because it's an active hitbox, yeah? So like, because Blazing End is so active, it's very good to catch landings, or like, if you use backdoor, for example, it's very good for that too, because Blazing End covers majority of the platform. Like, not always, but a lot of it is the point. So all of this combined, like, it makes it hard for me to tier Blazing End. Because on one hand, it's extremely committal, it's very punishable, especially if you know what you're doing. A lot of people don't know what they're doing against Blazing End, and they think it's super broken. But when you know what to do, Blazing End is mega punishable, is the thing. Because people love to, like, do stuff like that back to stage, or stuff back to stage, and what you don't realize is that Pyra is completely defenseless off stage. Or they love to do this. And, like, you can jump over this, you know. Or they love to, like, do this, but, like, if you didn't jump, yeah, like, it is very situationally good, but it's also, like, horrendous in a lot of ways. It can't really be used as a projectile in the way you're used to from other characters. Let me put it that way. Like, Pyra is so vulnerable when you use it that, like, when you use Blazing End, you had to be 100% sure it's gonna hit or, like, make the opponent spend, like, a resource, like jump or air dodge when they're off stage or something. Like, that's the only way I see it, like, being useful in a way that doesn't hurt you. Like, when you use it in positions where the opponent can't get to you, essentially. Which is not neutral, by the way. Like, if you use this in neutral, people can jump over it, people can roll through it, they can hit you before it comes out, because it's frame 14, and people might say, yeah, but you can use short hop, or you can do this to, like, catch jumps in neutral. I'm like, yeah, you can, but, like, what if the opponent didn't jump? Have you considered this fact? Like, you're doing it to hard call out a jump. Which would really suck if the opponent didn't jump, you know what I'm saying? Like, my point is, like, for how vulnerable Pyra is during Blazing End, it's way too committal to just use out of nowhere. Especially in neutral. For it to be worth it. So, like, that's why I'm giving Blazing End its own tier. I've called it buffed online, very situational. Like, it is good, but it's also so situational that, yeah, like, it's one of those moves that's like, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. If you know how to deal with Blazing End, it's one of the worst moves in the game. If you don't know how to deal with it, it's one of the best moves in the game. Like, that's how I view it. So, yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. But yeah, that's gonna be my rant on Blazing End. Didn't mean for that to become a TED Talk, but that's how I look at it. I think it's specifically useful for catching landings or edge guarding. That's about it. Like, essentially, like, situations where the opponent can't really get to you and you're, like, hard punishing something. Or you're forcing a resource off stage. Those are, like, the main use cases I have in my mind. And in those situations, you can also just do other things that are probably better or will kill. Right? So, for me, it's too situational and too committal to be, like, super good. So that's why it's going to be in, like, its own tier at the bottom. It's okay. It's just, it has problems. Let me just put it that way. And people don't really know about these. And I know, like, Blazing End gets extremely buffed online. I know it does. It's one of the best moves online. It's extremely hard to deal with. Like, I understand if you have like an impression of Blazing End being like one of the best moves. You probably have only played against Pyra online, and you have no idea how to deal with it. I think it's going to be like the bottom line. Because if you do know how to deal with it, it's terrible. It's very terrible. But yeah, I'm starting to ramble, and I'm also starting to repeat myself, so let's wrap this up. So this kind of became a really long video, but I didn't really know any other way to, like, structure it. This is just gonna be what it is, I think. I just couldn't I couldn't get myself to write an entry for every single move, so I just had to go through them one by one, unscripted, and that's just how it's gonna be. So, if you're not used to hearing unscripted stuff from me, then this is one of them. This is one of them. But I hope it turned out alright. It's gonna be really long because I have a lot of things to say and I yap a lot, and that's how it is. You know, funny neuro-spicy moment. But yeah, imagine yapping about something you're really passionate about. Couldn't be me. But yeah, I hope it was enjoyable. I hope I managed to convey a lot of the things I wanted to say. I may not have. If you disagree with what I had to say, that's fine. Just let me know. I would love to read every one of your comments and stuff like that. I always do. I may not reply to every single one of them, but I do read every comment. And yeah, I hope this has managed to shed some light on Pyra in general as well. That's honestly, that's kind of why I wanted to do this video. It's just, yeah. After all of the years I played this character, and after all the countless hours and all of the experimentation and labbing and all of that stuff that I've done, I feel like I do have some ground to talk about this character in depth like I have right now, and hopefully it'll turn out okay. I'm gonna probably cut here because yeah, boy needs to stop before his voice goes completely down. So thank you for watching if you made it this far, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you around.